Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. This is the reading for March 21st. I thought I saw a bird, but I didn't. Okay. I can't shuffle. There are days like that. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I'm offering 30-minute readings for $30. All the information is below. And let's get a good shuffle going on. The first official day of spring. That's lovely. Enjoy the flowers and the sun. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. You know, it's a change of season, so it's not unusual to have a lot of big cards come up. We have the Star, the Lovers, and the Tower. Wow. Okay, the Star is really about direction. The Star is about hope, direction, following your dream, being called, inspiration. The Lovers are about choices above and beyond anything else. It's about duality. Let me get the Tower. The Tower is like this unforeseen outside influence that's usually earth-shaking. So, how do I put this into a story? Is really the issue. You know, it's like on one end you have like one of the best cards, on the other end you have one of the worst cards, right? I think it's really about the choice. I think because this is in the middle, it's really about seeing the whole big full picture. You know, sometimes when something ends out of nowhere, sort of like it did for them. I mean, it didn't end out of nowhere. They, you know, they had a warning, so to speak. But it sent them on a new direction. It sent them into the earth plane, into the fourth dimension. You know what's interesting too is that you see how in this card, like the king is dead. So it's like the intellect blows up in a way, or the mind is no longer in charge. So if the mind is no longer in charge, the spirit is. It's almost like you're walking down the road of life, right? You're walking toward Oz in a way. And you come upon the poppy field because the witch said the poppies, remember? It was a great scene. And, you know, they're not there anymore. You know, and then they wake up and it's like, oh. So don't allow any unforeseen upheavals keep you from reaching your goal. You know, keep you from reaching your goal. Keep you from your soul's direction, keeping you from being, keeping you. There's also something, the star to me also relates to in a way, the alchemy, what's the temperance. It's almost like I'm reading the card backwards. So, here we have the end of something, kind of unforeseen in a way, right? But then you have these are like flames and little seeds of things to come. And then you get this lovely healing, nurturing energy here. So I feel like, sometimes things end or like, that was my lightning sound, my lightning and thunder sound. And it's like, okay, well, we have to switch gears, but I'm not going to allow this to get in the way of where I'm going, of what I want to do. Yeah, see things from a different perspective. Seeing things from a different perspective. It's kind of it's a little bit like, oh, I have this job, blah, blah, blah. And then the job ends suddenly. And you're like, and, then, 15 minutes later, as you sit with it, you're like, I hated that job. Or this is what I really want to do. Or, now that I don't have the job, I can actually move to where I want to. Now that I don't have the job, you know what I mean? It's like that. That's what I feel like could be going on. Could be going on. Also, the tower to me sometimes is like this, because it hits the head, right? It's kind of this dramatic shift in thinking, like this dramatic shift in thinking where maybe what you thought needs to die and needs to be realigned and needs to be destroyed so that something new can come. Sometimes it needs to be like completely destroyed, a way of thinking, or a thought process, or habitual way. It's about structures being dismantled. So sometimes structures can be our emotional state, or structures can be our, when you hold tight and fast to a certain idea, and you're holding on and holding on and holding on, and it's like sometimes it just needs to be completely dismantled so that you can see things uh, in a clearer way, in a clearer way. And then the hanged man comes up. It's like, wow. So the hanged man is really about stopping, pausing, not stopping, pausing, and really seeing things from a different angle, seeing things from a different angle, seeing things, coming from a different place. It's almost like, let's say you're having a fight with somebody, and you're right, you're right, and then you get some information or a realization, and then you kind of intuitively, like, or you're cognizant of the other person's feelings and why they acted that way, and like all of a sudden you get the download of what really went on with them, and so you're getting a bigger picture. I think it could be something like that. The fact that the star is here, um, it's almost, the star to me is like the direction home. And home, from what I mean to home, is like the innermost sense of your soul. That's what home is. That's what home is. And, you know, I feel like the tower is part of the story. It's interesting because it's the tower, like in the order of the deck, the tower comes and then the star follows it directly. You know, it's the next card. There's not, it's the next card. So, you know, sometimes when something doesn't work or is, or I don't know, gets destroyed or, you know, you know, zaps out or whatever you want to say, it's exactly the way it was supposed to be. And then if I break these cards down, the seven, the six, I'm sorry, is about perseverance and without the glasses. The 12, which is a three, is about creativity. So, you know, sometimes things kind of break down and fall apart in order for you to like kind of know your own strength and to like look around. It's like, well, what's important here? You know, what was my ultimate goal anyway? What was I hanging on to that, you know, fell apart? That, like, what can I learn from that? I think also the tower is sometimes about putting all your eggs in one basket in a way. So, you know, sometimes it's like we're identified by this one thing in our life, whether it be a job or a relationship or et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, I think this is about coming to a realization that you're more than that thing. You're, you know, or, you know, my sense of myself and my body, my sense of myself and my family, my sense of my, you know, oh, I'm defined by the fact that I am a mother or a father or a child or a caretaker or a, I don't know, accountant. And then it's like, no, you're no longer an accountant. It's like, oh, what am I doing now? Um, go in and see what comes. It's like, well, yeah, maybe you were an accountant for all those years, but you also love music, or you also love woodworking, or you also love being a cook or a friend to somebody. Or the thing about the tower is that um, it feels like and it seems like all is lost, but actually it's out of the ashes that something is born. You know, it's out of the ashes that something is born. That's my take. I do try to be optimistic, you know. But I feel like this spring, you know, I think it was too big a reading just for one day. I feel like this spring, things that you might have relied on are no longer available. And it's about seeing things from a fuller angle, a more intuitive angle, a more like a more spiritual angle, I guess. Really more an intuitive angle, because I feel, you know, the Hanged Man is really related to the soul, and the Lovers also is related to um, you know, like, what am I doing here on Earth? What am I doing here on Earth? You know, maybe uh, when the tower shows up, when the tower shows up, it's almost like our oversoul or our guardian angel, in a way, shows up. It's like, No, no, no. You don't have to be defined by this anymore. Maybe, you're something else than what you thought you were, or something. Um, it's like, well, this is what it's like to wear different clothes. This is what it's like to be in a different position. This is what it's like. Uh, like the way to learn to swim is to jump into the pool, not into the, 16 feet, but jumping into the pool and finding yourself in the pool forces you to swim in a way. It's a little bit like that. So, we're going through interesting times, and we don't show up here for nothing. And we didn't choose to be here at this time on the earth for nothing. So, it's about gathering who you are and then bringing that. And that's what the star is about. That's really what the star is about. And it's Aries season. So, Aries is all about action. Aries is completely and utterly about action. It starts the whole zodiac. So it needs that explosion. It needs that, you know, to watch a flower bloom. It's like, wow, wow. It was like blank earth. And this little green thing comes up, and then like this flower. It's like, wow, like that, like that. All right. If you want a one-on-one, all the information is below. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And I'm on my way out of the house. I'm very excited. Talk to you soon. Bye.